If you're given a stem and leaf plot, you might be asked to determine statistics. And while you could type this all into a calculator, in some cases, it'll be a little bit more efficient to go ahead and do it by hand, because if there's too many values, it's going to be quite a while to sit there and actually try and type this all into a calculator. So for example, given this stem and leaf plot, also known as a stem plot here, you might be asked the following statistics, the range. And you have to remember range is equal to max minus min, the maximum value minus the minimum value. And a stem and leaf plot lists everything in order. Given the leaf unit is 1, the way you would read this is 2, 3, 5, 7, 7. The next line would be 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, and so on. In this case, the minimum is going to be 2, and the maximum is 52. So subtracting those values, you'll see the range of data here is 50. Now, a more challenging question will be when they ask you for either Q1 or Q3, or in general, the IQR. IQR is the interquartile range, which is Q3, the third quartile, minus Q1, the first quartile. It's also known as the upper quartile for Q3, the lower quartile for Q1. Q3 is also the lower 75%, and Q1 is the lower 25% cutoff. In order to find these, you actually have to first find the median. Now, given that we have a sample size of 17, there's a nice formula for position, n plus 1 over 2. 17 plus 1 over 2 will give you 18 over 2, or the 9th position. So counting from this top, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But you can also count from the bottom. Just make sure you're going from largest to smallest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And in both cases, we get the median, capital M, is 16. And now we've cut the data in half. So by removing the median, we now have 8 above and 8 below, because 17 minus 1 means we have 16 data points left. Cut that in half, and we have 8 above and 8 below. So now we're going to use n plus 1 over 2 again to find half of a half, which is a quartile. 8 plus 1 divided by 2 will give you the 4.5 position, which means we're going to find the 4th and 5th number and take the average. From the lower half, Q1, 1, 2, 3, 4.5. You could have also done it from the median, but not including the median. 1, 2, 3, 4.5. Well, in that case, 7 and 7, the average for Q1 will just be 7. And that alone could be a question. And to find that again, you have to first find the median and then the quartile. From the top, the upper quartile, Q3. 1, 2, 3, 4.5. Ooh, or again, 1, 2, 3, 4.5. 29 and 35. So you have to take the average in that case. 29 plus 35 divided by 2 will give you 32 for the upper quartile, Q3. So now that we have Q3 and we have Q1, the interquartile range, 32 minus 7 gives you 25. And that's the middle 50% of data. And that's how you find various values for a stem and leaf plot. And lastly, just a little extra here, what is the shape of this stem and leaf plot? Remember, you always want to look from the smallest to largest, left to right. So you're going to have to tilt your head to the right to go from 0 to 5. And you can see that this is going to be skewed. Where's the tail? It's skewed to the right.